Hey everyone, welcome back to our channel.
We're the Dawnties.
My name is Rochelle.
Who am I?
Tell him. Go ahead. Tell him. Who am I? Go ahead. Tell him. Go ahead. Nope.
I'm your favorite Donna.
And in today's video, we are
Rolled her eyes
doing
again.
another Disney Plus discussion. Yay! So, yes, it is the end of another month, and we're going to talk about the things that we watched in the month of July. We're in July. And what we're looking forward to releasing in August.
All right.
So I think the biggest release, or at least in my opinion, Hamilton. So we went on and on and on about this in last month's Disney Plus discussion. And of course it lived up to the hype. It was beyond my expectations because it was the original Broadway cast, which was incredible to see. And how many times did we watch it? Three?
At least 3 times.
At least 3 times.
We watched it once with your mom and your little sister. The weekend everybody was here. Yep. The first weekend it came out. Yep. And then we watched it again that weekend after everybody left. Yep.
I think we watched it a third time.
Yeah,
this month.
Yeah.
It is amazing. And like we said in our last discussion, if you're not big on musicals, I still would highly recommend this one. But make sure you have the subtitles on because there's a lot that we missed, or that I know I missed, from seeing the live stage production with the touring cast.
Yeah.
So actually seeing all the lyrics on screen while they're rapping them, it was like, wow, there's so much I missed or did not quite comprehend, and I still loved it. So,
And they rap so fast. It's crazy.
but it's so good. It's brilliant. So
And normally I can't do a fully musical.
yeah,
I gotta have some talking in there.
some dialogue. Yeah, nope. This is 100% music.
And I love it,
It's
y'all.
incredible.
I love it.
Definitely check it out. And if you want to go even further, I would suggest checking out the YouTube channel Ms. Mojo. And she has actually done a couple of Hamilton related information. So one was like ranking the top 20 songs. There's
How many songs are there? It was like 40 some odd songs?
Well, however,
47, because that's how
47
Hamilton was when he died. Yeah. 40, that's another fact. So
There's 47 songs, and she ranked the top 20 most popular songs in the entire musical. It was a great video. And then she also listed facts that you might have missed, and one of them is the 47 songs.
Yeah.
So I would recommend checking out her YouTube channel and check out the Hamilton videos just for some additional behind-the-scenes info that you might have missed.
And we've done a lot of that too. We've not just Miss Mojo. We've watched a couple of other things where the cast got together and talked, and little things. An interview with the set designer that was really cool.
That was really amazing.
Yeah.
So definitely branch out to learn a little bit more about this amazing musical.
Something else that we watched that I just put on randomly one day. I was home from work, and she was actually working at the kitchen table behind me.
Yeah.
And I just put it on Disney Plus, and I put on The Boys. It's the Sherman Brothers story. And y'all, it was good.
So if you like documentaries, this is definitely one I would recommend. I will be honest, the next 2 things that she's going to mention, I was not fully paying attention to because I was working, and she was homesick from work, so she was able to actually watch these.
Yeah.
But there is one, I think it's The Boys, is the one that I want to actually
Rewatch.
watch.
It was
and pay
really
attention
good. And the Sherman Brothers created a lot of the songs for Disney.
Yeah,
and
a lot.
they basically didn't like each other.
Yeah.
And I had no idea. Their families, like, they had a big blow up, and the cousins remember hanging out with each other when they were little, and then they didn't see their cousins again, even though they lived like 4 blocks away from them. Didn't see their cousins again until 20 years later at a premiere. And
it's crazy.
It was just insane. They worked together every single day, but they did not socialize outside of work, even as family.
Yeah. And it's crazy to see, like, the family dynamics, because you see these brilliant minds that created all of this stuff. You imagine, the amazing life that they must have had, and completely not what I expected at all. And this is one that I do want to rewatch and actually pay attention to because there's a lot that I missed because I was working. And but I do want to see it, and I would highly recommend it because the little bits that I did see, I was like, what?
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah.
So definitely check that one out called
The Boys.
The Boys.
It was good. The next thing I put on was a pre-opening report from Disneyland. And this was like the 65th anniversary kind of thing.
Yep.
They showed stuff about before it opened. And it was Walt going through, and he was, you know, this is what we've been working on. And we're going to have this finished by this and this date. And it was good. I like that kind of stuff. But I don't remember as much of that as I remember The Boys. Like I said, I was homesick. I might have slept a little bit through that one.
I would say
Imagine
you
that.
probably didn't.
Oh.
You might have, but I don't think you did.
Oh.
And I will say about this one, this is one that I was looking forward to. But it's not one that I'm probably going to go back and watch because the little bit that I did catch, it wasn't very interesting. Like, I loved seeing Walt and hearing him talk about the things, but it wasn't as interesting as I had hoped, or as the other documentaries are on Disney Plus right now. It was okay.
Yeah.
It may be okay to see once, but not something I can truly recommend because I didn't really watch it, and I wasn't really as interested in it as I was some of the other documentaries that we've seen and recommended, or even The Boys.
And I was laying on the couch. I might have napped a little bit, you know.
It probably put her to sleep. Because it really wasn't as interesting as I had hoped.
So, but it's interesting during the 65th anniversary to go back and see the stuff right before it opened.
Yeah.
And those are the main things that we've watched.
I think that's the only things
Well,
that we watched.
Animal Crossing, though.
Well, yeah, Animal Crossing too, but also Hamilton. We saw that more times than we needed to. And I even went back and I rewatched the Frozen documentary that came out in June.
Oh,
so
yeah.
I had spent one afternoon.
And we watched that again the weekend that everybody was here, too. So how many times?
We saw it twice when everyone was here, because we saw it once with my mom while everyone was doing their own thing and running some errands and trying to find, where they can take all the kids. My mom wanted to watch it, so we sat down and watched all 6 episodes with my mom. And then 2 days later, my dad came and stayed the night with us, and he really wanted to watch it, so we watched it again with him. And of course, after we watched that documentary, we had to watch the movie. So we watched the movie with my mom, and then we watched the movie with my dad. So we watched a lot of Disney Plus, just not new content for us. Not new stuff.
We were showing stuff off to the family when they were here.
Yeah.
So
anyways,
all right.
That is really everything that we have to share for what we can recommend and what our thoughts were on what we've seen. So what is coming out in August? So the first thing that is coming out is another documentary, and it's called Howard, and this comes out on August 7th. So Howard, another musical legend, lyricist for Disney that you probably know his music and things, but if I'm not mistaken, he died of AIDS in the 70s or 80s?
It was the 80s.
The 80s.
Yeah, AIDS was getting bad in the 80s.
In the 80s. Okay, so this documentary, first of all, Howard was actually mentioned in one of the documentaries that you watched.
I think it was The Boys.
I think it was The Boys, too. And whenever they said his name, I was like, oh, I think there's a documentary coming out about him in a month. And sure enough, it is. So there's going to be basically a documentary on his life and his struggles and leading up to his death. But
you know his songs, Little Mermaid, Beauty and the Beast.
All the Renaissance.
Those are Howard Ashman songs.
Howard Ashman, that's his name, Howard Ashman. So August 7th, as you guys know, we do love documentaries, especially the Disney documentaries that they're coming out with
They're really good.
For the most part, they are incredible.
I've always loved documentaries, but now that they're documentaries about stuff that she's into, she'll watch them with me.
Yes, I will.
Next, we've got The Greatest Showman, which...
Not new.
We've seen it before, but we're going to watch it again.
It's new to Disney Plus, and I think that comes out on the 14th of August.
Yeah.
So, again, not anything new, but it is new to the platform. And if you haven't seen this one, this is either you love it or you hate it. It is a musical.
It does have some talking in it, though.
It's not 100% musical.
Yeah.
But it is about the start of the circus world, P.T. Barnum, and how that all came to be. And I loved it. I have only seen it once, but the songs are incredible. The story is really cool. It's almost like a documentary, but in an actual movie form. So of course there's exaggerations and there's, dramatic things that are thrown in there that may or may not be 100% true, but it's just really cool to see that. And I'm not a fan of period pieces in particular, but I mean, with Hamilton, maybe I'm starting to become one, because I did love The Greatest Showman when we watched it, 2 years ago, whenever it came out. So I would recommend that. If you haven't seen it, I would definitely take the time to watch it and give your opinion. I mean, like I said, it's hit or miss with most people, so I think
I liked it because of the story it was about.
Yeah, it was a really good story.
Next, we've got Back to the Titanic, and people haven't been to the dive site in like 15 years.
Yeah.
So this is the first time that they've gone back to the dive site in 15 years, and there's going to be new footage and everything.
Now, I don't know if this is actually new content, a new documentary, or if it's new to the platform. I think it's actually a new documentary.
Okay.
But I'm not 100% sure. There's a lot of things that are being hyped that are coming to the platform that aren't exactly new, like The Greatest Showman.
Yeah.
And like the next one we're going to talk about. But I would definitely check this out if you haven't seen it. I mean, just the historical aspect of it, and to actually see things down there. I mean, we were really into a couple of months back whenever James Cameron did the documentary on making the movie Titanic, and seeing his behind the scenes, and he had gone to the dive site several times to do research before and after the movie. And
right.
So I'm interested because of that. Just the recent documentaries that we've seen. So,
yeah. And Back to the Titanic is August the 21st.
So August 21st. Check that one out.
This is
The next big title that is coming to Disney Plus is not new, and it is controversial. You either love it or you hate it. But it is the live-action Beauty and the Beast. And Beauty and the Beast is my favorite story. And I actually really liked the live-action. I know that
Hermione did great, y'all.
There was a few subtle Harry Potter references in the movie, but I did like the additional background information they gave us on Belle and her mother, and her father, when she was a child and all of that.
Yeah.
And I just really like the live action ones. I wouldn't say
some of them.
Most of them.
Not all of the live action ones I really like.
Lion King.
Beauty and the Beast I did enjoy.
Yeah, and it's not my favorite live action Disney that they've done, but it's one that I do enjoy watching from time to time. I mean, first of all, it's a classic. The story.
It's not going to beat the original animated cartoon.
No, never.
But it's good.
It's good. The singing, the music. It's classic music, but I liked the additional elements that they brought to it to kind of expand on the story. But yeah, so whether you love it or you hate it, it is coming to Disney Plus on August 21st,
and we'll watch it again.
Yes, we will.
The one thing that we were looking forward to last month, we're kind of recording this a little bit early. Muppets Now hasn't started yet, but I'm still going to watch it, y'all.
It comes out this Friday on the 31st. And maybe we'll review that in our next Disney Plus discussion.
Yeah.
So, we haven't seen it yet.
Yeah. But it's Muppets. I'm going to love it. Duh.
That was everything we had to share in this month's Disney Plus discussion. As always, let us know what you guys are watching, and if you have seen anything that we've seen or recommended, and what are your thoughts on them? Are you looking forward to the same things we're looking forward to? Or is there something that we missed that you think we'd like? Because you know it's pretty good.
Yeah, not Star Wars. I know they know we don't like Star Wars. I know that took over this month for a lot of people, but we're just not into Star Wars. They know we're not into Star Wars. They know it.
Alright, so thank you guys so much for watching, and we will see you in our next video.
Bye.